I'm letting the music hype on up. G2 gonna start off here over on the CT side. Faze beginning their adventure here on the T side. That's G2 picking CT to begin with, unsurprisingly. Ramp control taken here by Faze, fast and aggressive. Jax is in a lot of danger and he gets caught out. Rain and Brokey are gonna get 2 kills between them.
Oh.
That's the smoke making the door open inwards.
Oh, G2, they're going to try and make in this round back into control. It's going to be Nexa finding first blood for the CT side. Bomb is taking Faze, get aggressive and not to their advantage. Hunter, 3 kills on the retake. They just deliver themselves to him. And now Nico, he has got to deliver us from evil. A 1-on-3 on this B site.
Hey, Hunter, it's your cousin Nico. And they're not going bowling today, actually. G2 are going to lock in that pistol round. And they'll go 1-0 up to kickstart this.
I can't wait to see Hunter's kills from his perspective. I mean, Faze, I like the idea to get aggressive in the advantage and you know, catch G2 in secret, but Hunter hit some absolutely ridiculous shots. Nico's sitting there going, guys, why did you push? As his entire team get off it up. 1-0 lead for G2. They take the start on the CT side. But Faze's bomb plant at least gives them a bit of money, and Faze go in with the Deags. You see a lot of teams forcing up. Faze, they've got some great individual players, so having Deagles in their hands is still very, very dangerous. G2 can't afford to be kept sleeping at the wheel. I mean, looking at the names behind these Deags, Rain, Cold, Nico, those are scary names.
That is the case usually. Here we have it. A little bit of a lull in the action.
Well,
it looks like it's going to be taking that action over here towards ramp room. Nico and company need to brute force their way through. Jack's waiting just on the other side with the SMG. We could be watching Blender. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Brokey. Deagle kill there on a Jax, and that's going to jumpstart the slower take.
Yeah, great flash, pushes Kenny back as well. That gives FaZe the room to get down towards B, but look who's here.
Yeah, Hunter arriving fast, and the Hunter becomes the hunted. Olaf gonna deag him down. Bomb now planted for FaZe. They went into this round with only Deagles, and they might come out of it with a round win. Still next to Amanek and Kenny left standing. Will they fare any better than Hunter and Jax did as they run into the moors of the Deagles? Brokey's is doing damage, but the tag comes in. Olaf trying to turn this around, helped out by his old mate coldzera. And now it's just Nexa alone in what was a 1v3. He does manage to deal with the first, but he's already backing out. The time is so low. And FaZe have had a decent amount of time to get set up in these post plants. So Nexus is going to try and hold on to his M4. FaZe, they get their first round on the board right away here. They don't even full buy into this round. This was just Deags with a bomb plant in the pistol. They have got so much money. They could buy anything, man. They could double AWP if they wanted to. Now, they don't want to, but they could. And that's just wild to see this be the situation for FaZe right now. If they're smart about investing, you know, with 2 weapons saved, a bunch of Deags as well, you can invest into this and leave yourself with some money. So even if you lose this round to the force buy from G2 somehow, you still come into this next one with a very decent buy on the FaZe side.
A perfect position to be in at the start of your map pick. FaZe throwing the yard smoke, not having players, well, not having too many players cross behind it, rather. Only 2. It's a fast mini split towards that A site, but Nexa, he hears the footsteps and he's ready for the fight. Trade is there for Cold. Now, the man on top of the hut, he's gone as well. Big entries from coldzera. FaZe, will they capitalize? Amanek stuck at the back of the site with only a UMP. This should be a free kill, and Nico takes it. FaZe looking to double down with their second.
Yeah, they might have just done this one as Kenny and Jax have to retreat out from the A site. They're looking to get their little hands on some weapons if they can. And something tells me that FaZe won't be too keen on just handing those over. And so it might just be 4 players staying alive here for FaZe. This good run continues early on. They're set off to get off to a 3-1 start before that first buy comes in now for G2. And even then, could come with its limitations. You will note that Kenny didn't really invest too heavily in this round. He's kept some extra cash in that bank account to try and bring the AWP out. And hell, if he can deliver some performances like he did just the other day, That'd be pretty huge for the G2 squad. Oh, nice bit of retrieval here at the end. He manages to get out of it with a UMP and the defuse kit.
Now, I would say give that UMP to Jax. Jax give his D to someone else.
To Nexa for a trade, you know, like, because got to barter in these situations.
Exactly.
Currency is no longer. And they've got to just, they're just going to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, who really cares, right? Like, this round doesn't matter, but, you know, having an armorless UMP is not going to be as effective as having an armorless Deagle and then an armored UMP. But, you know, whatever. Potato, tomato. As G2 have to deal with another fast play from Faze in the yard. Kenny spots him, trying to get the wall bangs off. Faze moved their way towards Secret. And, I mean, we're going to see a lot of this on the T side. Faze just having full dominion over this yard position. And G2, obviously on pistols, are going to give it up. But I want to see how much stake they're going to put in taking this outside control when they have guns. Because right now, they're stacked up towards Secret, expecting Faze to come down lower. But that's the opposite of what Faze are doing. They're moving towards Hell. Cole's holding for this position. He will get the info ahead of time. Good off angle. They're not going to be ready for this. And he guarantees himself a couple of kills.
Has one. And that's all. Brokey comes in to deal with Jax. And this round should get mopped up now nice and cleanly by Faze. Rains up in Heaven. That should really seal the fate of this A-bomb site. Heaven Plant will come in now. And with him up here, even if they manage to somehow get a couple of kills, it's not happening for G2. They're being very, very careful about this. They don't want to risk losing any more than they have to. They're even faking the bomb plant in a 4-on-2. And so Kenny, what can he manage here? There is a man holding for this ramp progression, and Olof is going to find it nice and cleanly. 4 players staying alive for Faze. There's that 3-1 lead that we talked about. Kenny had his abacus out very, very clearly. He calculated that down to a T. He's got enough for AWP armor. Obviously doesn't invest in the head armor. He's up against the AK, so that allows him to bring out a smoke with it as well. Rifles across the board for G2.
Yeah, Kenny S, always an exciting player to watch with this AWP. Perhaps you're joining us from another game, or perhaps this is your first time watching this. And, well, perhaps you should also know, Kenny S, a legend. Multiple legends in the server, but this guy with AWP is deadly. Speaking of which, he finds the kill in range, starting the round off. He's not going to be alone. He stays alive. Now down to a 3v2. Brokey and Olof need to go for the spawn plant. Olof can't secure the kill just outside of the hut. Just Brokey. Find himself in the upper site. Bomb down on the ground. He's going to backtrack, perhaps catching someone trying to flank him and shoot him in the back. That's just not the case. Jax and Kenny in upper. They have sort of crossfire set up around this bomb.
Yeah, this is a hard one to win for Brokey. Like you said, you know, G2 playing together on the site, that enables trades, and that's going to make this the hardest for Brokey. Usually you'd have one player in the Heaven, but they've got the bomb down, so they can afford to commit as Brokey tries to walk through this hut smoke. It will fade at his feet. An opportunity dependent on timing. Jax is now watching the Heaven. He knows Brokey could be anywhere by now, and that's the intention of Brokey slowing down this round. Now he's got to speed it up. I mean, he doesn't really. 45 seconds, keep lurking until you get a kill. But right now he's walking into the AWP, and Kenny will not miss. Second kill of the round, and G2 get 2 on the board. But that said, I mean, we look at Faze's early rounds on early damage. They are full of money. They win the second round off of Deagles and an Eco. So, of course, they can continue to buy up despite a round taken from the Frenchman. No warp on this T side. No bother. Don't think we're going to see another fast door play from Faze for a bit because that got absolutely shredded by G2. Back to the yard, it seems. Or at least grenades there. No one following them.
Baiting out all this utility. Olaf going to try and get out, and here come the flashbangs. Olaf somehow with the double. Oh, he's going to look for the third, but Rain's there to take it from him. Big entries found by Olaf there as he's flashed in towards the A-bomb site, somehow able to double down. Jackson Kenny left in the hot seat, 2 versus 3. Are they going to give this one a go?
That's a great idea from Faze, rather. They send Olaf out and they start spamming the hut, they start throwing flashbangs, but only one man commits. If Olaf dies, they can bail and try and win a 4-on-5. If he gets kills, well, commit. And Faze do exactly that. 2 entries from Olaf, another retake from G2 with a man down, kitting Kenny, but they don't want to lose this AWP.
Yeah, they need this op. It's going to be pivotal to their defense over here on the CT side. Does look like they want to press the situation, though, and that brings Kenny S a kill onto Cold Zera. Olaf might start playing from underneath Heaven. He's going to spam Kenny into oblivion. He's just going to get the hell out of dodge with 37 HP. There was no way that was going to go back the other way of G2. So we're going to see a 4th on the board for FaZe Clan. And we will continue.
Yeah, you absolutely love this decision, right, to come from FaZe. Olaf, no clue how he gets that 2nd kill onto Nexa. But he manages to deliver so much. Even the wall spam, on, or rather the wall bang onto Kenny, right, tags him down. It just guarantees that round for FaZe. 4-2 up right now. This round going to be lining up these outside smokes. They go in early. It's the full set to get them across behind red undetected and then cross down to secret. Amanek doesn't have any information as to whether or not they've crossed outside, but they know those smokes are in and they expect FaZe are going to try and use them. That nade finds some good damage onto Kenny. Looked like it was going to do a fair amount more, honestly. But now with Kenny's AWP here, secret control handled by G2, at least for the time being. This isn't where FaZe are really geared towards, though. They're going to try and split into this ramp room. Jack's now backing off. Plant might become clear to G2. They've rotated a 3rd man down to B. Oh, but this isn't a B commitment. They've actually moved Nico out from secret and are now trying to grab hell control. You've got to get past Amanek's Deagle, though. Jax has found one in the meantime. He's doing what they can to keep this even, and they do manage to get it back into a 3-on-3. Olaf has this dirty little position, and are they going to be ready for it? He spots the barrel, there's the lineup, and Olaf gets himself a double. Just Kenny left now 1v3 with this AWP, likely going to look to try and hold on to it. Olaf would not like that, though.
Yeah, so far G2 don't really have such a strong answer here to this T side of FaZe. Olaf falls, he got himself a really good position there. Got himself 2. So definitely worth it. 1-on-2. Kenny S versus Nico and coldzera in the year 2020. My God, what a ride it's been.
Crucial kill from Cold as well, right? He gets the bomb back in hell. Of course, Olaf really wins the round for FaZe, but it would have been lost in a 4-on-3 anyway if the bomb was held by Jackson. He follows up with a 2nd frag in hell. So, ooh, bit of a leg for Kenny. That might make Cold go down to the bomb, but he's running for the hills. Fine. 5 rounds for FaZe on this T side. The last 4 times we've seen FaZe play this map, they have, in each of them, gotten 10... on the T side, they've gotten 10 rounds, 9 rounds, 8 rounds, and 7 rounds in the last 4 games. And the 7-round one was after they got 9 rounds on the CT side, so they only needed 7 to close. Whoa. That just shows how good FaZe's T side is on this map. So this is not a surprising start. G2 are getting bullied a little bit, but they're coming back in with money. They got guns, and they got the AWP on Kenny.
Yeah, these deep outside smokes going to go in this round, actually. It's a bit of a variation on this. They go ahead and smoke off the credit card of bottom hell, and that's pretty cool. Allows them to push on up here, start to pressure this hell area on the map. You can see Kenny's getting a bit claustrophobic, although I say that he's giving himself more room. Wow. And Hunter doubling up down towards ramp has actually left all of this onto coldzera. 1v5, not an easy feat by any stretch of the imagination, and you cannot imagine G2 are going to give him many opportunities in this one. Kenny is on a bit of an island right now, but he makes that decision to go falling back to ramp, rejoins the rest of his squad. They've got the bomb, they've got ramp room. It's under lock and key. And Cold, if he tries to sneak peek this angle, these are not the shots that Kenny misses.
Absolutely not. And good on Kenny to back up, too. He realized he was pretty exposed there in the hell area, so he backs off to ramp. 40 seconds left on the clock. coldzera just hoping and praying they feed him some kills.
And great patience from G2 not to do exactly that. Boosting up on the ramp. Unorthodox, but will hold the line if Cole were to come into the site. But he will not. Just going to be a save. 20 seconds on the clock as he moves towards CT spawn. Keeping the Krieg for a rainy day. We've got money to buy round for FaZe, but if he were to die, he would be a little bit on the edge. So safer to hold on to this weapon. More valuable than the loss bonus that he would get. A Third round for G2, and clean as can be as well. Not even a kill coming through for FaZe in that round. And G2 loving it. They're going to make all the money, start to build up this bank account on the CT side, and get back into pole position. Wonder if we see Olaf take the AWP here. He would have to Kevlar it with no helmet, so he'll go with the AK safely instead. I feel like FaZe aren't going to be in a rush to try and get this AWP, especially not trying to take on Kenny and head-to-head back.
More pressure to the ramp side. I feel like that FaZe Clan probably realized they had some success there versus Jax in the last round. Give him quite a bit of room to work with. Some nades going towards outside as well. To be specific, wall smoke. We're going to see a Molotov pop there towards Secret so that no one can peek and identify that there are no T players from FaZe outside. They're back in lobby.
Yeah, can we quickly see what Nex is looking at right now? Number 3. I think he went through these smokes just a moment ago and spotted that there was no one over the wards outside. So G2, I think they get that bit of information. Jax is holding close at ramp, and they are not ready for that. Jax mows them down. Kenny tries to hang around in the Molotov for a kill, and maybe wishes he didn't there. Doesn't matter because the round gets locked in anyway, and you would expect it to go that way with Jax with that kind of a mow down. AWP reinvestment has to come in for Kenny S, which is far from less than ideal, but yeah, this was nuts.
So it's where he's playing right there, right? So the flashbang comes in, lands just past his feet. It goes just past where it can actually do some damage to him in terms of him being blind. And right then and there was the actual fatal flaw that FaZe Clan sort of found themselves funneling into.
Usually that position is good for a kill, maybe 2. You're gonna, you see Jax is there, you peek it hard, you trade it. But FaZe, they just walk into the bullet storm. Jax has really, really nice spray control, and that's how he gets away with the kills. Keeping the bullets at head trajectory means that FaZe, the second they peek, they lose their face. Not how they wanted that one to go. That's back-to-back rounds. They've been absolutely mown down on ramp. So FaZe moving away from it for now. They still have 2 players in the lobby towards radio, but moving these Deegs in the yard. Remember, they won their second round like this, but of course they were up against less. G2 now have rifles and all, and the AWP watching yard. Kenny not letting them cross without a fight.
Nico, though, is going to be playing on top red. Again, just hoping that G2 gives them some sort of real estate. Look at this run boost.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Yeah, nice.
It would have been sick if it worked, but sometimes it doesn't work. And when it doesn't, it really doesn't. Rain's going to try and close the gap. He does get shut down by Jax there. And that's the pressure of the close man alleviated. Olaf going to try and come in towards ramp room maybe, but Jax has actually now started to aggress. FaZe just hoping that these kills present themselves. And now with 25 seconds left and no opportunity really showing up, they're going to have to try and muscle their way into one of these sites. At this point, they're hoping for damage more than anything else. They're not even going for the bomb. They know that that's the best outcome from this round. And Cold delivering 1 kill is all that comes in. G2 5-5, going to tie this up now.
Certainly a nice recovery on the CT side. But FaZe, how will they right their wrongs? We've had double ramp rounds which haven't worked out for these guys. The last A play got dealt with as well from G2. Remember Brokey in the clutch. So what's the solution? Maybe just a standard wall of smokes for FaZe, go back down towards the lower bomb site, take Secret. We haven't seen that yet, at least not the standard outside smokes. Rain's going above on the silo to look for a kill. Nothing presenting itself though in a passive line of sight, just watching for the Secret push instead. G2 again watching yard from this very, very passive position. And that means they've got their rotates ready. They know what to do if they see these smokes come down from FaZe. If they see a wall and players crossing towards Secret, G2 are going to have the protocols in place. And that seems to be what's going to go down. These wide smokes from FaZe landing on the mini side of things. And towards the garage.
Yeah, several variations of smokes they're using out here.
Nexus Molly is annoying. It forces FaZe to walk close towards Mini if they don't want to get burnt and make audio, but he's playing around a smoke, and this could be a problem for FaZe.
His timing to slip back in is timed to perfection, but Rain actually able to readjust and gets that kill locked in for FaZe somehow, some way. Now with outside control going their way, they're waiting for this repeak. They know the pressure is somewhat on G2, not only to try and get information, but just to try and equal the odds out a little bit more. 3 on 4 right now, and Hunter's gonna go rotating down towards the B site. Jax here, only good for one. Cold, quick on his feet there. Able to pick up the trade, keeps FaZe in the driver's seat. They'll duck down towards Secret they go, and Hunter is bested by Brokey on the entry. This B site now belongs to the FaZe clan side. Amanek tries to duck in through the vent. Bomb plant comes in with seconds to spare. There is still money for G2. Amanek can definitely justify having a little poke around and seeing what he can find here. That smoke goes in as he swings the door open, so now they know exactly where Amanek could be, and he just makes the decision to back on out. He's going to give this round over to FaZe. They will keep the game going in their favor.
Oh, there's a man behind him. I think he's been spotted. Olaf coming out from ramp and taking the CT spawn will deny the save. As you said, Harry, there's money regardless, so they can still afford to drop guns over, but FaZe get another rifle round on the board. It's been a bit of an absence of that. 3 rounds in a row for G2 before they get broken. And going back to this outside control, FaZe winning the fight versus Kenny, getting that trade after he only gets 1 off the AWP, and that is a crucial kill that gives FaZe the room to move. Kenny wants another try, another piece of the pie. He's back on the AWP.
Always an exciting sight. Spectacle at that. Olaf real close to the squeaky door. Let's see if he's lining up here. Ooh, scary situation. Squeaky bump time here at the door itself. Next, really tight, and it's going to be Brokey that leads the charge. It's going to be also a flurry of trades coming through. Now find ourselves down to a 2v3. Jax and Kenny need to get in and retake this site.
Life of a ramp player trying to push aggressively on that lobby flank. Cold's in an off angle to deal with it, and Kenny has to save. He's been spotted with the AWP in heaven, gets tagged to 30, and he's looking towards Mini, but FaZe aren't going to chase this kill down, so Kenny's not going to get given an opportunity to win this round. 7 on the T side at a guarantee. And they still want him.
Yeah, if you're FaZe, you're real happy so far with how this has gone. The pick of FaZe Clan. We got Dust 2 coming up and Train after that. Can you believe it? Sensational scenes down here, Harry.
Yeah, it's never been done before. 7-5 right now for FaZe, and they're looking to keep this hot streak on Nuke going. I mean, this is a phenomenal T side. This is what we've been used to seeing from them. It's kind of business as usual right now for the FaZe Clan squad, and that is not what you want if you are G2. You are looking to disrupt this as much as you can. It's an investment now for the G2 squad. Couple of pistols up around this AWP on Kenny. FaZe, they've been doing a great job of avoiding him, it feels like. A lot of Kenny's kills on the board have just been on the save with this AWP.
Oh, look at this.
Nade stack up onto the silo.
There was such potential. Now, Hugo, you said this, I believe, in the pre-match. You were saying along the lines that, hey, they're going to win their own map picks. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right now, that's proving evident. It's FaZe Clan up to 7, and they've decided their map pick.
I think it's even more likely that FaZe 2-0 than G2 2-0 this series. That being said, not that I think that FaZe are going to 2-0, but you know, Dust 2, a map certainly caters to the individuals of FaZe. And like many people have said, you know, it's one that doesn't really change. It hasn't changed, even with those skyboxes getting added, or removed rather, over on the B site. We haven't seen a whole lot of effect from that, and even pros have said it's kind of negligible. Fast round play for FaZe, 2 men here. One did drop down towards B, and the other dropped to the grave. Jack's hanging around. Amanek dropping one with a deagle. There's a chance here for G2 to make things sloppy, and they have, taking down Nico. Low HP on Olaf. If he dies, if just one bullet hits him there, that could be the round. Nexus still could make it so with a lower rotation of the AWP. FaZe walking right into a trap.
Yeah,
or not.
Nah, they ain't. They've left the bomb. They're going to go back for it. Olaf selling this fake down towards the B site. And this was all coupled with him flashing into hell. Cold actually peeked up a little bit later than that. They kind of double fake Nexa into this rotation. And now they seem to have a very good read onto where he's going to be, and that's because they're expecting him to have rotated away from A. The site is empty, the plant's coming in, and Cold will solidify the round. 8-5, and right now FaZe are anything but cold. They've come into this looking hot to trot. G2, got to try and pick up the pace here.
Perhaps we'll be, I guess, graced by the presence of Mohan towards the end of this map.
Ooh.
So that's exciting stuff. Launders for short. I think, for short, yeah.
For long.
For long. Launders for long. And this is a long half for G2. Jack's going to try to get it going back the right way. Again, had a pretty phenomenal round there at ramp earlier on. But so far, G2 have only given themselves 5 rounds on the CT side. And we're looking towards the end of the half.
Oh, Faze. They're going for the smokes. Hesitant for a second, but a man down in this round, and they have the utility for it. 3 smokes being lined up towards the outside. I expect, again, the double mini garage smokes. Yep. Molly going down in secret. They don't want G2 to have any control here. Nexa going for the same thing. The FaZe have seen this before. They've read it. They should be ready for it. Nexa hits the Molly. That makes a noise. Rain is hanging around, looking for a gap in the smoke, and Hunter has that A site. FaZe want to split through main and come into A, but G2 have so many players here. They have the advantage. We haven't seen FaZe be all too successful on this top site, with the exception of just a couple of rounds. Especially with a man down and a smoke in the door. That's going to delay things for the time being. Olof has a main smoke. He was lining it up, but I guess not throwing it because Rain is coming in through mini, so it wouldn't really be of much help. 30 seconds, though. Hot roof Molly coming in, and FaZe will commit.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to dodge that up on the rafters. Flashes go in, but
Ooh.
FaZe, they jump
Nice.
down through the vents, and they sneak on through. I like these decisions from FaZe in that round. They throw everything to telegraph an A play, and what this means is the players back in the A site just tuck in. They hunker down, and they expect this push. It never comes through. It comes in towards B, but G2 have done a great job of keeping this round locked in regardless. Fast rotation from Kenny helps out massively. We mentioned how it feels like FaZe have just been dodging it. Whenever they've given him an opportunity, he's been very, very good with it. And in this round, he gets 2 to solidify a 6th for G2.
Yeah, part of that hunkering down actually played into their favor as the bomb was, you know, obviously in a post-plant scenario. You know, they're able to catch what was going to be Nico shooting some of the backlines, or at least trying to keep that bomb timer ticking. So.
Yeah, one thing Yanko mentioned in the pregame was you talk about Hunter and Nico and, you know, tendencies being maybe expected by Hunter, who will be watching demos. Nico, he's been lurking ramp a lot, and he's been getting punished for it in some of these post-plant situations. We've seen even Hunter read it before in the B site. Amanek just there coming in on rotate from heaven, and FaZe, last round of the half, last chance to do anything here. Still a great half regardless, right? 8 rounds is fine, but 9 would really be the cherry on top. What on earth is that smoke? Oh my. Did that even land correctly? I don't know, but FaZe are doubling down. They are pushing fast into the site. Rain inside of the smoke. How does he go down there? The trade is in, though. Luckily enough, Nico coming alive with a Deagle. Kenny pushing through a smoke with Nexa, and they get punished. It's going to be just Jax now, usually on ramp, now on a rotate. He's been flanking lobby, and FaZe have expected it every time. Will they expect this?
Look at him, he's already gotten out there. He doesn't see the second player, almost is able to net that shot, but it's Olaf the closest to half out here.
Yeah, now I'm hoping already. I mean, we see the GG bet odds coming in now. They're going to keep this one in favor of FaZe, and that's probably a safe place to find yourself right now after that 9-6 half from them over on the T side. Now moving into the CT portion, I kind of want to see a real stark difference in how G2 approach this. You know, FaZe, it was very slow, it was very methodical, usually coming down to the final, 30 seconds of these rounds. I want to see a bit more tenacity from G2 early on, a bit more of a pace on them. That nade doesn't really find the damage they were hoping for, but Nico will remove 1. And now outside control gain. They're going to start to push on up over here towards Hell. Kenny does have the bomb on his back. He's being very, very brave here, throwing himself up into heaven.
Nice.
He did it nice and quietly, but Jax, of course, there's always one who fumbles the jump. Usually it's me, and today it's Jax. getting up into the heavens.
Yeah, that's not info that will get heard. No one was close enough, but you can see that FaZe are working it out regardless. They push lobby from both sides, from ramp and from the A side. So they now know that G2 are either in lower or wrapping heaven. Now they have a man down lower, so the assumption is heaven for FaZe, and I imagine that they are ready for this one. Rain, 4 and 12, slow start to this, but we know how good he is on the pistol rounds, and this is his time to shine. With G2 taking their time to come in from the top site. 2 in mini as well. Rain is the only man here. That's the danger. FaZe have actually gambled towards lower right now with Cole coming in on rotation through the lobby. Rain ready. Quick shot. Drops 2. Followed up on 2 by Jax. And the bomb plants in for G2.
Yeah, Jack's holding the vent, and Olaf. He definitely saw something. Now, I'm not saying that he knows that Jax is holding this close angle, but he certainly could. Vent now breaks. Jack's intention is pulled away, but Kenny, in the meantime, here he is, emerging in the backline, and there's a couple more than he bargained for. Olaf and Cold both in position, ready to secure that pistol round. FaZe, they're going to find themselves locking that in. Now, remember, this is their first pistol round in this series. It was G2 to win it back in the first half. However, they immediately lost the anti-eco, not even an anti-force spy in that second round. So this time, FaZe off to a blinding start straight away, and no money for G2 to really work with. I'm curious to see if they decide to invest.
Let's see what they put in the hands of Cold Sarah. See what they're going to work with. Yes, it does look like they're going to acquire some weapons. Going to be a FAMAS for Cold Sarah. 2 M4s, 3 M4s even.
Yeah, no utility. This is going to be a dry run outside for G2, and that's how FaZe can really make this one clean. Or could be able to, not should, because these Deagles are dangerous. Nico coming in from lower. He's going to peek the secret stairs. Brokey should have the info on the cross, but which player will come into contact first? Because they are watching for Nico. They just turned away. Jackson's looked back, but it's not enough. Nico, quick taps, and the spray for a third. Not going to find a fourth. Amanek hits a Deeg shot, but Brokey's going to move in now, knowing the targets are low in number. Oh dear. Oh god, yeah, body block for Olaf Meister. Take the kill, and Rain will clean up the round.
Look at that. That's a responsible, leader within the team, an adult, shielding the child basically from the shots. Good stuff there.
That's what you do with us, Trace. You watch out for all the bad things. You keep us away from them. I don't know.
Or sometimes throw us straight into them head first for our own good.
I mean, how else are you going to learn how to swim, guys?
Exactly.
Just thrown right in the pool, and there you go. Sarah.
11-6 here. FaZe, great position right now, but this buy is coming in for G2. Nades on the silo. We got a double glaive situation. FaZe are fighting behind the smokes. G2 standard smokes. You didn't see this from FaZe all half long. They're going to get their players down towards secret, or at least try. Nico looks to make it a little bit more difficult as he comes in on the flank. There's a late player, though. Timing is everything here for FaZe. Nico might have just found it. Oh, no.
Nexa puts the KO back in Nico. Rain gets dropped down towards secret. And G2 running amok in this round. They've got outside control. Brokey, his scout, left us wanting a little bit more in the last round. He's looking to try and do his best with it here in this one. They get players across into garage. They feign going into secret. It was all a bit of a ruse. And it looks like FaZe might have just fallen for it, hook, line, and sinker. They're going to rotate all 3 players down towards the B site. G2, they will not be arriving there anytime soon.
I'm surprised FaZe have fallen for this. Half of it may be, just wanting to stay grouped and save, but, they saw G2 go down secret and then come back up when they killed the second player that was Rain outside. So assumptions could be made this is going to be a top site play, but FaZe not in the know. And no round for them at this rate. It's going to be G2 on that A site coming in from heaven. Full mollies over the bomb site as well, making sure everything is cleared out. FaZe have no possession over A, and they might just try and possess these guns for a rainy day. A save here for 3.
Yeah, I don't see any sort of desire for them to go for this. Not at this point. You are right. Also, we have this little bit of a lull. You can hit Control-T, okay? That means you don't close this browser window. You don't close the stream. All right, first and foremost, that's how you open the new tab. So Control-T, you type in as I read it. You ready? Shop, that's SHOP, .ESL Gaming. I guess I could spell that out for you, but it all spells itself. .com. Now head over there and check out the Gooseman 20 collection. I can't wait to ask somebody to have one of those hoodies. Nope. They do look pretty sweet. So yeah, head over to shop.esogaming.com.
Hugo actually was wearing one. How would you rate the comfort factor, Hugo?
Very nice. Good material, you know. Keeps me warm. All the things you need out of clothing.
Yeah, basically. So you can go ahead and close that browser tab, or at least bookmark it. Find it a little bit later. We're going to be jumping back into this first map of the series. Harry Russell, I feel like you've had a good day. You got Yanko to praise you.
Wow.
I don't. To be fair, like, you know, Yanko's actually always been lovely to me. So there's that. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of mutual love going on there.
Ooh.
Rain tagged up through the hut. Nothing to write home about. Outside smoke's going to get set up now from G2. Remember these for your matchmaking games. You just go up behind this truck key, kind of line up into the, I don't know, like the lip of the truck. I can't even explain it. The trucks have lips.
Eyes.
The trucks have lips. I don't know.
Yeah, and Cars, like the movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. But of course, the Piston Cup is sadly cancelled this year.
Oh, no.
Hunter gonna set up outside of the A site with this Molotov, looking to try and get that in to flush a player out.
Very precise.
He's lining this up with the lip of the vent now.
Everything's got a lip on it at this point.
Well, that's a heaven molly. And it will go through successfully. Cold, he's close on the site. He's thrown one through the hut, but these flashes are just non-stop.
Unreal.
And he is stopped in the back of the site. Rain finds one before he gets traded. Brokey's been smoked off into heaven, and Faze have to concede A. That is an excellent execute from G2.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta feel bad for Cold. I couldn't help but laugh just with the amount of flashes that come raining in directly into his eye line. Like, you could see him looking. The flash goes off. Molly's still there. He's like, it's fine. Another flash. Oh, still blind. Don't
5
worry.
flashes later.
Molly's still going. I'm still fine. They'll come eventually. Up, blind again. And yeah, the round is pretty much over on the back of that. G2 are going to take themselves an 8th round here to the 11 on FaZe Clan. I had to rewind that one quickly.
Had to rewire that one too. Think about it.
That's the thing, since getting over on this T side, they've been looking good. This is their second round now back-to-back. We'll bring up the scoreboard. We can see who's leading the charge. Kenny and Jax bringing up the front here for G2. Olaf and Cold on the other side of things, looking great for FaZe Clan. Jax delivering the entry in this round to make it all happen. And Amanek with the important trade onto Rain. You know, once those 2 kills came in, the round was over, as we saw. There was no rotation. There was no going for that once again for the side of FaZe. They're trying to play it safe. They're trying to play it by the numbers. They'll head into this round with just these saved weapons to work with, although don't underestimate them. We've already seen these kind of finicky force buys from FaZe produce some pretty good results thus far.
G2, very passive outside. They're waiting for FaZe to bring aggression, potentially, with the low economy that they do have. 2 pistols behind these saved guns. Nothing happening outside, though, for FaZe. Olaf is keeping an eye on it. Nico as well, hell side. It's a nice grenade. Rain gets absolutely blown out of the water and finished off by the rifle. G2 start to move through the yard. There's not going to be anything here to stop them. The smokes are down, wide smokes as well, the ones that FaZe were using. Nico will look to try and fight through the credit card. The flash actually blinds him as he comes through, but it doesn't matter. There's a smoke in his face. There's nothing he can do anyway.
Almost, Nico.
They're really taking their time. They want fights. G2 are hanging around looking for kills.
Brokey on the scout. Nico towards the close blues. Going to get the drop onto Kenny. This is starting to go awry for G2. They found their way in a big garage, time being all very low. That's something you have to consider. Nico's going to continue his rampage onto Amanek.
This is scary, Trace, because G2 are trapped right now behind enemy lines, and Nico's just continuing to put up numbers. Hunter has to turn this around, and he's got to do it alone. This bomb is in garage. If he goes down, Nexa is so far away, and with only 10 seconds, they need the kills. They need them now, and it's just not coming in. There just isn't a chance in this round. Nexa might even go down after time. Cold actually doesn't want to risk waiting out the 2 seconds there to do it, and that's a 12th round on the board for Faze. However, I think that one kind of, I don't want to say given over by G2. It's more like they walked into the trap that Faze set towards outside. Their decision, as Hugo pointed out, to stick around and try and take these duels comes back to punish them in a very, very big way. Faze had a great setup with a player in main, a guy in garage in the form of Nico. They had heaven rotations if needed. They also had Brokey back in CT spawn.
Yeah.
And so what that meant is the second you get into garage, you are pincered between the main credit card and CT player. And Nico was just able to isolate each and every one of these fights. Look at this. There's never a trade potential in any of them.
The way he's dancing around blue, just, you know, he's setting himself up for those one-on-one fights. Even though when he does peek and get that first kill, there's certainly a trade potential here for G2. But it wasn't there, and that's going to be all the difference. Freeze time comes to an end. That U.S. Air Force tactical timeout comes to an end. And we look at the 21st round of play here in the first map. Dust 2 next, Train after that. Here we go. Nico's going to continue his tear of outside. Drop the Molotov over there towards red. And that's what that's going to do is keep Kenny blocked in. It's going to keep the side of G2 from just advancing with a wall of smokes down into lower or even participating in a fight outside. You just see how weary they are. They're going to go for a boost here and perhaps catch someone up in heaven, but no one is home. No one's playing these reindeer games.
No, it's far from open season over here towards outside. Nico was looking for something, and 2 players have gotten down through secret. You can see Faze are aware this is a possibility. Olaf in position down here towards B to hold on if needed.
Oh, the timing was just super awkward. I wonder if Kenny saw just the backside of his shoulder. Anyway, Olaf a little bit cognizant of what could be going down, what could be transpiring here in secret. After dumping a flash and being smoked off, Kenny is going to back out. Looks like they're going to have to readdress this. They're going to have to redirect their attention into upper. Cold Zera with the opening kill of the round. Green playing from the top of HUD is going to get spiked by Amanek, and here goes the tear. It's going to be G2 that are mopping up the site. Brokey and Olaf left. One from the vents, one towards hell. AWP in Brokey's hands. We saw what he did with the scout last round. Is rather comfortable within the scoped weapon.
Yeah, the tendency we've seen, though, from FaZe is just that they save in these situations. And it's because, you know, they've still got the rounds to play with. Admittedly, though, this scoreline is getting a hell of a lot closer. A ninth round now on the board for G2. Just 3 between them and FaZe at the end of this one. And, you know, at least with this double save, it enables you to come into this next round with an investment, should you want to, over on the FaZe side. But they haven't really been going for too many of these risky force buys, right? Even thinking back to like early days, think back to the pistol round in the first half when they went into that second round and actually picked it up. That wasn't a force buy, it was just deagles. So they really don't elect to go for this a hell of a lot over on the FaZe squad. And yeah, I mean, look, the money's pretty trash. They're likely just going to have to eco around this. And that should be, if all goes to plan, a 10th round for G2. But FaZe have been phenomenal in these rounds where they don't have a lot riding on it. So this game isn't really like channeled into the usual ebbs and flows of a Counter-Strike match. It's been a bit weird thus far.
Strangely enough, I mean, it's Rain, the only one that's sort of the odd man out here. When you look at the frag distribution across both sides, everybody's pretty much on par. Everybody seems to be just about neck and neck with each other. Just one thing you could say about good team-played game. Either way, Olaf's going to set himself up in the ramp room for business. The shop is open. Now, will anyone come into the store today? That is the big question. Look at this angle from Brokey. Does have the AWP, save from last round. He is just point blank and right up in their face through the HUD. Looks like he want to pressure that just a little bit more, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get good information from this at the very, very least, right? And there could be even more waiting for him. There is Nexa that is holding for this push. Now, as they see the outside smokes go in, this might want to increase your tendency on the Faze squad to kind of probe the lobby even further. This has been their usual response to this outside control from G2, is they just try and figure out exactly what's going on by pushing the other extremities of the map. We even had Olofmeister looking like he wanted to try and push ramp room, and yeah, he's committed to that now. He's going to clear all this out, so the information will be gained for Faze. Admittedly, it's in the final 30 seconds of this round, so now it should become clear exactly what's going on, and these rotations might look to come through. That said, B-bomb site's already fallen, you know? Olaf going to try and do what he can. He's got to deliver quite a bit, though, to really tempt them into this one. Brokey might certainly think about hanging back, but there's a kill from Rain, and uh-oh, that's an AWP picked up. This could spiral out of hand very, very quickly. All 5 players for FaZe Clan now arriving. Kills have presented themselves. They've been given a reason to give this a go, but Nexa and Jack start to get it back under control in a very, very big way. Brokey looking to leave, looking to hold on to this AWP. And he will get away. Hunter's going to hear him. G2 now know that they have secured this 10th round. They've dodged that awkward pistol situation. It looked like FaZe are about to get back into it. And they're even hunting down this AWP. They heard Brokey running away. They know he's headed towards CT. This is going to be a horrid shot, though, for old mate Jack. Yeah, no, doesn't work.
There was an idea there. Now, we do have a skybox here. What do you got for us, Hugo?
This is a really nice A execute that G2 just showed us on that top site. But firstly, the fake comes through outside. That's the key start. You see those smokes go in the yard, and these draw early rotations away from FaZe off of A. What it does is it forces Nico to go towards Mini, and it forces Brokey out of the heaven outside of the A site. Following up, G2 go for this A side execute. They run on in, and we'll skip forward a little bit to show the utility they throw through. Lots of grenades going over A. We have heaven mollies. We have mollies out of hut. Cold gets pressured close hut. He gets triple flashed out of the hut, and G2 just trade their way for the kills. You can see it's a 4-on-3, and FaZe have to give up the round. Brokey's been smoked out of heaven. Olaf is nowhere to be seen, and Nico's stuck down below as well in that lower site because of the outside smokes. FaZe, hook, line, and sinker, faked out and losing the A site. It was a saved round from them, and G2 picked up A.
Another stat coming out the way. Thank you very much, Hugo. Leading in opening kills department, 13-9, yet behind in multi-kill rounds, 15-13. That is G2 Esports that we are talking about. So far, they're starting to claw their way back to the game. Found some double digits, and now just 2 rounds shy of tying it up here with FaZe. Weapons back on the board for both sides, though.
Kenny's really feeling it with the AWP right now. In the CT side, he was 3-0 in opening duels, having not lost a single one in the half. Impressive stuff, looking to try and find more opening kills in this one, but smoked off towards the right. Olaf just hanging around, Kenny looking for a gap that is not to be. And even FaZe keeping G2 honest outside by still throwing in utility. G2, though, they've been waiting all round for this ramp pick. They're hoping that Kenny can find the opener that would give them the map control. But he'll back off, and they'll look elsewhere.
I'm going to set up for outside smokes inside of G2. They're going to commit to him as well. Now, how will Nico react to this? He's been sort of a menace to G2 out here so far. Looks like he's going to back up. They're going to play for the lower hold rather than forcing the issue outside.
Well, that's if it is lower. Again, G2 have been so good at, taking secret and not always necessarily committing with it, just sending a lurk player down, and Hunter is there right now. He's going to keep these players at bay on B. 25 seconds, though. G2 got to make their decision soon. Hunter trying to fake this out. If he can get a kill now, that would be so influential in this round. But right now, G2 are focused on the top site, and I think FaZe have realized it as well. It's gone quiet down on the ground. Nico, shots not connecting. They go into the silo. Cold's dropped the bomb, though, with 10 seconds. That could be everything. That could be the entire round. Nexa with a trade, but they can't pick up the bomb. They're too far away. They need the kills, and Rain is denying them. Hunter gets on the site, but he's forgotten the package. Oh dear. It's a round for FaZe out of nowhere. They win it by just staying alive.
Man, G2, they've actually gotten too good at not letting that bomb go down now. And they give over that 13th round to FaZe. They leave it down to the wire. It's Cold's error with that crucial kill over towards CT vent that drops the bomb and throws that whole round into disarray. Faze, they'll take that all day long. That was probably one of the easiest rounds they've ever got, as now they are very happy with how this has panned out. G2, they try and take some outside control, and this is a hell of a lot faster than these previous couple of rounds.
Maybe it's what the doctor ordered, you know, safer than leaving it to the 20-second mark and then losing the bomb.
Yeah, and a lot of teams are doing that, you know. It's a scary trap to sort of fall in. You playing against both the CTs and the timer, or you're just a CT and you choose not to defuse. It's really up to you.
They forgot Trace, okay? It wasn't a choice, it was just a lack of something. Hunter, he's not lacking kills in this round though. He drops Olaf in the vents. Nico's dropped the bomb again in the yard here for FaZe. G2 are losing players, but they're also gaining kills. 3-on-3, back and forth situation. Nico hanging around the smoke, they're not ready for it. Kenny Molly credit card, but he didn't know Nico was playing around the side. And FaZe back into an advantage, back with the bomb dropped again, and no one close to pick it up. It's all about kills here for G2.
Oh, but all the kills are coming up. FaZe, Hunter, what can he do here from Secret? Can he find anything just to apply the pressure?
Ooh.
There he is, besting his cousin Nico towards outside. Bomb retrieved in a 1v2 for Hunter. Down towards the B site he goes. Prowling his way into the front line. Rotation's already in from Brokey, but a missed shot allows Hunter to just balls to the wall, run to the bomb site. And now with the bomb down, maybe there's a chance. Brokey not able to get the kill and almost onto Rain, but he will deliver the hat trick needed to get a 14th round for FaZe on the board.
And the bomb is behind the site. FaZe will get the defuse, luckily enough. So 14 rounds up on the CT side, and despite G2 putting, 4 bomb plants and forcing these saves from FaZe multiple rounds in a row, FaZe are still going to be able to get the round win. G2 have been very good at getting into the post plants here, but it could all be in vain in this map as FaZe sit just 2 rounds away from a victory, 2 rounds away from Dust 2. The choice of G2, of course.
And FaZe starting on the CT side there.
Yeah, never really one to care too much about who starts where on Dust.
Well, I guess I'll just go lay down outside.
Yeah, could
somewhere.
you leave now, Trace? Thanks.
I guess I'll just go. Hey, thank you, everyone. I'm just kidding. This is U.S. Air Force Tactical Timeout. How could I ever miss that? What will G2 respond with here? They do know that things are getting just a little bit tighter here for them. 14-10. Looks like they're going to go for 3 AKs, 1 AWP, and a MAC-10 there on Amanek. What sort of round are we expecting to see? Perhaps a little bit faster play.
Yeah, I think the limited utility definitely going to lean towards that more. The MAC-10 on Amanek, right, all building towards...
Ooh, the big wall bang.
Sadly not going to find anything for Kenny. He would have loved to have seen that come through.
That lands on a player climbing up the ladder towards heaven. It's a timing-based shot.
It's all kind of hinging on this round for G2. They've got to find some success, and that there is delivered by Nexa. They do manage to get past Cole. This A-side play has given them some phenomenal results. All the kills come in. Olaf over here at ramp side. Kenny is already on the angle, and Olaf, yeah, seems pretty aware that this is a death sentence trying to cross this corner. He's going to get into a little hidey hole over here on the chairs. Try and hold on it to the AK. Nico in that boat right now down here towards Secret. And he'll get away with these guns by the looks of things. Nico, the only man who seems like he's in some degree of danger, but luckily enough, he's dodged it.
Oh,
I say that. Nah, he's dodged it. He's good. He's a god. No one's finding Nico today. 11-14. G2 not ready to roll over and die just yet. They've got more fight left in them. Investment back in from the T side. No money over on the side of FaZe Clan, so this could be a 12th round on the board for G2.
if they know that, they could run it back. They could do it again. FaZe forget the Molotovs inside of the hut, and G2 just storm that A site as a result. Now that FaZe don't even have the utility as an option here in this round, G2, as long as they're on top of the mats, as long as they've been looking at the numbers, an A-side play might be another call. But FaZe actually force up around these 2 safe guns somewhat. Deagle's an armor, SMG, a chance, but certainly not pretty. G2 going back to a slower approach again. Ooh, Olaf could get flashed through here. I feel like that might be the game plan. Brokey doesn't have enough utility for it, though. Only nade smoke, so Olaf just has to commit and play anti-flash.
But with him shooting his Deagle from ramp, that's certainly going to potentially draw some attention. They're not going to know that Olaf is close. Jax didn't see him. He elects to take the fight with Brokey. Brokey comes out 47 HP on the other side, but look at this by Olaf. He's going to continue to force it here. Jax is going to be the first one that he catches. He is just clamping down, strengthening his grasp here on this lobby.
Yeah, what he has done is cut off the bomb. The bomb's in spawn, and they wanted to pick it up and take it through lobby. So Kenny's trying to retrieve this map control they just lost. If they don't, the bomb will need to go outside, but that's a big kill. Hunter finding Olaf, and Nexa will go outside regardless. He doesn't know if that second man at the back of ramp has also pushed, and so we'll try and take it in his head what he thinks is safe. It might not be safe because Nico is coming in from lower, looking to drop this bomb in the yard. This could be a huge kill, and he's done it. Oh no, this is how things get very, very problematic for G2. They need to trade this frag, but Nico is tip-tapping his way to a round win. It's not enough. 2 kills. Bomb picked up with 30 seconds, and Brokey on an armorless Deag has to do it all. They could just drop vent if they're reading this. Oh no.
Uh-oh, bomb dropped. Hunter now down to the 1v1. Brokey is sweating. Over his vent. Hunter's going to try and duck on down, and then they hear the vent drop. Brokey now knows, has to start to pick up the pace.
Shutting the door behind him. Good stuff there. The bomb will go down, but he's not going to have too much time to find somewhere to hide himself. He goes for the double doors. Brokey has to know that he's close, and with the element of surprise, Hunter gets the shot off onto Brokey. And we see another round here for G2. They're staying alive.
Yeah, Hunter's really performing as well, which is kind of what you want to see when you know he's going up against his cousin. But we've seen a couple of those head-to-head fights more often than not go in favor of Hunter. And yeah, nice read on the B play as well. He hears the footsteps. He opens the door.
I don't know 100%, but Olaf usually has been going down towards those B site and opening up those double doors ahead of time. I don't think he did it in that round, but regardless, the doors were open and closed almost in sync. Brokey didn't look prepared for him to be over at the double doors, and I think it's maybe because the sound lined up. But that's just a small detail.
Yeah, it's deep details. Harry.
Very intricate.
We're reaching new levels here on the
New depths, yeah. A small but deep pool of knowledge here on the desk.
Yeah.
Heights that have never been reached before.
There you have it. Rain just outside of the squeaky door. He's getting a lot of sound cues here from where he's standing. And perhaps he's going to hear the fact that G2 are going to continue to play around outside. Let's see what Nico's got in store with them. Deagle up close. Doesn't get the shot off. Hunter. Quicker cousin has done it.
Yeah, another one of those head-to-heads. I'm excited to look at the actual stats and see, what the numbers say about those fights between Hunter and Nico. But from what I've been keeping track of, I haven't seen Nico kill Hunter, and I've seen Hunter kill Nico a lot of times. So
what you're saying is Nico is the budget Hunter.
I mean, I'm just saying Nico is Hunter's cousin,
Right.
Not the other way around. But maybe he could prove me wrong. Not in this round.
This little play by Brokey. Almost nets himself a kill there. Kenny S overpowers him with the AK. It's just Olaf with the P250 and a 1v5 in a round that is certainly G2 Esports is. They're going to be going up to 13. My English going to work on that as well.
It's okay, Trey.
Yeah, you and Jax could probably go to like the same
level.
Same classes.
Yeah. Pretty much. I can't believe you'd say that about Jax, though. You know why?
Why?
Because he's Jax.
He is.
Put some respect on his name, Harry.
Respect.
There is respect on his
2
name.
C's.
Respect with 3 C's even.
Wow.
Salute.
Capitals?
All caps. Spaces in between the letters as well.
Damn.
Respect.
Sending a message here, RG2 on this T side, though. 3 rounds in a row. And Faze, they look like they had this one ready to close out, and they get broken, and now G2 should be back in
Rush is
action.
showing this off like it's a big lineup.
Yeah, whoa, dude.
Look at that.
Hey, Future Pros, try out this sick nade that you can use
And
to
if they're on
buy
that
a
ladder...
flashback.
But yeah, that is... I actually saw someone asking about that the other day. Why do they sometimes see pros throwing nades back in spawn? I guess, for new viewers, that is like... a genuine question, and that is because sometimes you don't want the nades that you've picked up or retrieved or held forward from the round prior, so you can reinvest, you can swap it out, and that's what Kenny's done here.
Yeah. You can buy any combination of grenades, you know, limited to 2 flashes. That's the only grenade you can buy 2 of. Then you have smoke, molly, HE, decoy. But look, we don't talk about the decoy, okay? It doesn't exist.
Oh, Nico put down the Molotov, and that's given him a gap in this smoke. But G2 realized that ahead of time, and they're going to go to throw down a third, magic number 3. Now, in the eyes of Faze, this likely means that they're anticipating players have already crossed down towards Secret, and that's why we're going to see Olof start to rotate round towards the B site along with Brokey. That is not where this play is looking to end up, though. It's the A side fake. A double hot play catches G2 off guard. It's still down to the 2 versus 2, though, and this is thanks to some heroics from Kenny and Nexa to turn this around over at the A site. Olof and Brokey, these were the 2 players that started to rotate down towards lower. That's where Olof finds himself now, trapped down in the vent. Brokey's up in heaven. He rotated through ramp into this position. G2, they're going to hold up. They're going to wait. Now, we've seen this punish them in the past. 20 seconds, as long as Kenny remembers, you know, 4 seconds left, got to start getting that bomb down, and he's walking into the site. Looking for this plant. Looks like they might try and plant heaven side, and this could leave them open to Brokey's orb. He's going to flash himself in. Now they know that a man resides in heaven. This double site position means that they haven't been able to spot Olof coming up the vents, but he didn't go up quickly. Not anticipating the double sight hold, and that means Olof is caught. Brokey now alone at 14 to 13. No money for Faze. He's got no choice but to back out of this round and hold on to the AWP armor. It's 14-14, now all tied up. G2, with 4 in a row to get us here, still have the chance to end this one in regulation.
Yeah, Olof does what he can there to sort of also, you know, bomb what flashes he has into the site. Perhaps he can blind one of them, but also draw attention to himself in the vents, which would have potentially given Brokey a shot, or at least maybe given a little bit more of a window than he had. Because as it stood, he was pretty much blocked off. Good on G2. Now we have 14 all, 14 to 14.
Yeah, Faze, they've got to play for overtime here. That is not the position we expected to see them in. This T side has been excellent for G2, and they have got to, you know, just get 2 more rounds, and that's their map pick gone. Ooh. Or Faze's map pick done, rather. Almost hitting the wall bang. They're very, very close. Cold Zero's pushed towards the hut. We've got Brokey, AWP ramp side. G2 want to hit this top site. A contact play as well. This is risky against pistols. No utility for Faze, just taking the fight. And they will come up all G2. Jax holding the flank, running through Molotovs, and Faze are being picked apart 1 by 1. Overtime or a loss here for Faze are the 2 options left. They cannot win this map, at least not in regulation.
Yeah, it's another round where Brokey, his only option is to back away and hold on to the AWP. He's been bringing it forward, but we haven't really felt the impact of it just yet. He needs to step up in this following round with it. He held it forward for the last couple. It's got to deliver at some point. Nico, meanwhile, over here towards outside, looking to try and take a player down with him, maybe get away with a gun as he lurks back towards the lobby.
What a call to make in round 29, though. Just running 4 players through door with no utility, no info at the start of the round. You know, they wait out what would be the timing for an early Molotov or a smoke grenade, and then they just go into the A site and they just trade their way in. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And even having that molly on the backline guarantees the round win. Not only, I think it was Olof has to run through the molly, but Brokey can't. He has an AWP. So nothing for him to do but save. G2 cut down the guns of Faze, and now the last round of regulation where it all comes down to either a map win here for G2, 1-0 up in this series on Faze's map pick, a map they haven't lost in 2020. 6 out of 6 played games for Faze have gone their way, and finally they're being put to the test.
Outside smoke's going to go in again from G2, and this is enough to prompt the rotation of a man into Secret. That's Nico. Olaf even got a bit twitchy down towards ramp side, but hasn't elected to come rotating out. And that's because Nico has started to push up. He sees that there's nobody here around these smokes. And so for the first time in a while, FaZe have been able to figure out that these smokes aren't leading to anything ahead of time.
I think we're going to see that top side play that G2 showed on the skybox the other round. You know, we got all the utility going down, Molotovs towards the close positions, and the outside smokes to fake it out early, but G2 have thrown a spanner in the works. They've thrown a twist in the tail. They're dropping down ramp. They throw all the A utility. It keeps FaZe there, and they head towards B. The bomb staying alive as Jax gets a kill into the B site. He is on a tear, looking to end this map, looking to send FaZe packing, and he just might.
Yeah, the real deal sealer is Hunter in the backline. Cold is about to get shut down. There it is, 16 to 14. G2, they